Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurizatun Azira binti Ahmad Tarmizi. My matrix number is H21258. So the book that has become our choice is A Vow of Hate by Layla James. This book was published on January 22 in 21. The genre defined by the author is as stated by contemporary romance adult, which has a trope in its content, which is arranged marriage, where the main character is forced to marry someone who is not their choice and is associated by some plot twist in this book. And this book is easy to read because it is a standalone book and not a series books, and has only 434 pages, and I was able to finish reading in just 3 to 4 days. This book caught our attention to read it because it's a Russian mafia book. It's an enemy to lover. It's really intense, and the main character, he is brutal and abuse hate. And I just couldn't really get down with him too much because I thought he was a little bit too overboard with his treatment of her. But the reason why I did enjoy this was because it's super different from other book. This book was good to read, and I know a lot of people will like this, especially if you love like alpha dominant mean man, and you love like plot twists and mystery to you. No, a lot of people will like this, especially if you love like alpha dominant mean man, and you love like plot twists and mystery to you story, especially with romance, and this is good book.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Madam MFLs, Zahira is here. So for the part B, I'm going to cover about the main ideas and the plot story. So there are 3 main ideas in this book. First, an arranged marriage between Killian and Juliana. Second, Killian really hates Juliana so much that he vowed to destroy his wife's life. And the third one is Killian knows the truth about Juliana's identity. Moving to the plot story of this book, A Vow of Hate. So in the beginning of the story, the heroine, Juliana, just got into the car accident and she lost her sister, Graceline. So she is grieving, she is lost, and she is dealing with the aftermath of losing her sister and being on a wheelchair while covering her face because it's scarred. Then she meets Killian again because he was supposed to marry Graceline, but now he has to marry her instead. Yes, it was an arranged marriage, and he was only invested because of political and family stuff. On top of that, Killian was cool and ambitious. He calls Juliana Pisty because her face is scarred after the accident, and she used to be beautiful actually, but now she's not, and he has to remind her. So in their wedding, the priest was reading the vows, but Killian basically telling her how much he hates her, and he swears he's gonna end and destroy her for killing Graceline. After that, he leaves the altar without kissing Juliana, and in front of everyone, he said his vows. I vow to spend the rest of my life making you regret what you did to Graceline, to hurt you, to break you, and to hate you for the rest of our days. I will never be your protector, never be your defender, and I vow to be the villain of your story. In health and sickness, through sorrow and pain, for all the days in life, I will be your night. I will be your worst nightmare. Like that. So let's talk about the plot twist, which is at the end of story that made Juliana secrets uncovered. and known by Killian. So actually the woman that Killian was in love with all along and whose death he was mourning was always Juliana. So it turns out that Juliana never told him her name was Cassidy when they first met. So he's believed this whole time that the girl he loves was Cassidy when it was his wife all along with a false name. To simply put, actually, Juliana and Cassidy is the same person of this story. So for the conclusion, overall I really enjoy the book, even though their love story is a bit chaotic and painful because it's full of angst and longing and unspoken truth. So I will recommend the book for those who like and enemies to lovers romance, arranged marriage, revenge, and lots of ups and downs emotion. This one is for you guys. So moral of the story: do not hate each other. Always work with other people. Always be honest and speak the truth so that we don't hurt others. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoy the book. So thank you. Bye.